welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Today's class, I'll be talking about social work and law. In every society, we have some forms of social control tools which are used to regulate the control of the people, which help as a watchdog to protect the poor from the rich and from the poor to the poor. And these mechanisms are what they use to control abuse and violence in a society. And one of these tools is law. Law is an element of condition in every society. Law is sine qua non. As a social worker, it is very important we have good knowledge of law and how to put this knowledge in practice and to understand the legal system in every society so as to help us enhance our social functioning and also help us protect clients' rights and also fight for clients when it comes to injustice. Law is a written document enacted by the legitimate authority that spread out how things should be done and also how to put things in order. If violated, punishment is being rewarded. Classification of law. It focuses on how they classify law and body of law. We have common law and civil law. We have common law and equity law. We have public and private law. We have substantive procedural law. We have domestic and international law. We have constitutional and non-constitutional law. I'm going to explain these laws according to their meanings. Common law, these are law that is focused on a bit and it's written down in a document, or it is focused on cases laws. Civil law, these are legal systems that are expressly documented and binded by all courts and difficult to amend. So these courts that bind this law are Supreme Court, High Court of Justice, etc. Equity law, in the other hand, equity law means principle of God, and it's a law used to achieve equity, and it's superior to all the laws of the land. It is a free gift from God to man, which is freedom. Public law, these are laws that govern the activities of the public, organization, and the general public activity. It is very important as a social worker. It helps us to prevent, this public law helps social worker to prevent our clients from breaking public laws. Private law are laws that govern individuals in their private entity. Then criminal laws are public laws that help design our patterns of behavior that was stated in a country criminal code. If violated, the reward is imprisonment and banishment or death. Civil law, in the other hand, are laws that have to do with the society. The punishment is pain of restitution that was rewarded for damage by the courts. Then substantive law, these are laws that is written in a black and white document to regulate, guide the conduct of our behavior towards that regulate our conduct and behavior in a society. Procedural laws, these are laws that is used by a court of justice to interpret and implement and to implement the substantive laws. Domestic law, these are laws made in a country for the country, by the country, and for the country. A law made in Nigeria is for Nigeria and by for Nigeria. The law does not affect other persons in another country. While international law, these are training parts or an agreement between two countries to handle a particular issue. Constitutional laws, these are laws that is being driven out from the constitution of a nation. While non-constitutional law, these are laws that is being based in custom, tradition, and value in a society. When talking about law, all category of law, what is very important we understand as a social worker, the process of law. The process of law simply means the process bill become law. This process are in various categories. But first of all, we want to understand that laws or bill is being classified into two. We have private bill and public bill. Private bill, these are bills made for private entity, made by private individual. And public bill, these are bills made by the government. The bills pass 5 process before becoming a bill, and it passed 5 readings. The first stage, this is the stage the bill is being presented to the House, National House of Assembly, to skim through the bill. The second bill, the second reading, this is when the bill is being formally read out to the House to know the aims, objective, and vision of the bill. The third reading, this is when the House will evaluate and understand what the bill is targeting about and what the bill intends to achieve in future. And the fourth reading, this is when the House finally call experts to come and evaluate the bill and remove the errors and improve on the bills. And finally, the fifth reading, this is when, before the fifth reading, the expert will submit the bill after removing all the errors attached in the bill. And the fourth reading, this is when the bill is formally prepared and sent to the president or the national head to sign for approval. There are the various sorts of bills in the world. We have custom and tradition, we have act of parliament, we have judicial procedures, and we have treaties, pact, and convention. So guys, we are going to talk about hierarchy of courts in Nigeria. The hierarchy of courts in Nigeria. The first court is the Supreme Court. This is the highest court in Nigeria, above all criminal and civil matters and all Sharia matters. It is headed by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, and it is a court of appellants. The next court is Court of Appeal. It is a court of appellants, and the head of the court is the president. The next one is the State High Court. It's a court also known as Unlimited Criminal Judicial Matters, headed by the Chief Justice or Chief Judge of the state. Customary Court is the next one. It's a court that handles customary matters or customary cases. And it is also like the High Court, headed by the President of the Customary Court. The next court is the Magistrate Court. Magistrate Court is an inferior court. These are inferior courts that handle inferior matters or inferior issues, and they have limited power. We have Sharia courts, which handle cases of Sharia cases. We'll be ending this class to understand some theories that best explain laws. Theories try to lay the reason why laws are made. The first theory is the theory of nature. It is the oldest law or oldest theory accredited to Socrates. This theory states that man is created by God's own image so as when a man become a leader or a governor, the man should know that God has put him there to help the less privileged and not to fight them. And when this man or this leader is not functioning well according to the will of God, he should be removed from that seat. The next theory of law is Marxism. This theory sees law as an instrument of oppression, an instrument of domineering. Next theory is positive analytic theory. It is developed because of problems associated to the theory of natural law. This law focuses on freedom, rights, but the positive analytic theory condemns the natural law theory. And this theory that as a leader, you must be wicked, cunning, and when trying to be impeached or removed, you should go after that person. So guys, with all I have said about law, this will create a background and a review as a social worker that when we understand the laws, the principles, the rudiments of laws governing a particular country, state, society we are practicing, it will help us to guide our clients legally and oppress or marginalize. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.